Welcome to Mark TCG. This is Mark talking, and today we got two spoilers that just changed the game in the next set. So let's start with this Devastator. You assign all indirect damage you deal to opponents. Okay, we know indirect damage. If you do like 3 indirect damage in your opponent, he gets to decide if he's going to put in this unit, or in a base. He chooses, okay? But with this Devastator, you decide where this damage will be dealt, right? So, and have the one player deal 4 indirect damage. So it's like you can just burn, you can just play Devastator is a 9/6, that is a huge space unit, then deal 4 damage in the base, right? Which is great. So yeah, it can be a burn card. So, and we have the Planetary Bombardment. This card is such really good. Deal 8 indirect damage to a player. If you control capital ship unit, deal 12 indirect damage instead. So yeah, let's talk about a lot of capital ships that we have now. And yeah, we can think about Boba Fett, because when you do non-combat damage, like indirect damage, you can deal one more. You can exhaust this Boba Fett and deal 1 indirect damage to a player. So we can play Planetary Bombardment, and for 12 now is 13 with Boba Fett, or for 8 is 9 with Boba Fett. Devastator is for 5 with Boba Fett. And let's talk about some cards that is capital ship that can do damage for Earth. So Ruthless Raider is a great card that is a capital ship, and it is a card that plays a lot in the meta right now. So it probably is going to be more playable in the next set. It is a 4/6, cost 6, that can apply 2 damage when played and when defeated. So it is like a 4 damage guarantee. So if you would play Ruthless Raider with Boba Fett, we can exhaust the later and play 1 more damage, indirect damage, right? And it is a capital ship for 6, so we can play Planetary Bombardment next turn, which is great. But we have more capital ships that cost less than Ruthless Raider. And for the heroic side, we can have the Pelta Supply Frigate that have the capital ship. It is a 3/6, not that good, but it costs 5, so we can play this in the turn 4. Then we can play Planetary in the next turn and do 12 direct damage, and we can wipe the board, or we can just burn the base of our opponent, right? And we have the Senatorial Corvette that is already red card, so we can maybe play with this when a double aggression with like more control deck, more burn control deck. And it is a 5/4, and it's a capital ship for cost 5. But I think the card that is going to play more and more in the next set is this little Outlaw Corona, because yes, it is a cost 3 capital ship. This can be really tough in the next set. I know have the bounty that can ramp for opponent, but I think this card can be really good next turn, the next set, because it's a 3/5, can handle with everything in space till maybe turn 4. I don't think we have yet a cost 4 space unit that can defeat this Corona, and I don't think we will have in the next turn. Well, we need to see the other spoilers, right? But Outlaw Corona looks really good. It is a capital ship for 3, so we can play like 2, 3 of them, and then we can play Planetary Bombardment in the turn 5, or like we can see here, Corona is a green card, it's a command card, so we can use Resupply, we can use Supply's Technician if we were going with villainy aspect, so we can ramp to play Planetary early in the game. So this could be really good, and it is really tough to handle this, because it's 12 indirect damage, and you get to decide. So you can, okay, I will decide to wipe my board, I will decide to this damage in my base, or if I have the Devastator, I don't even can choose the damage where it goes, right? So this can be really good, and will change a lot the meta in the next set. So let's talk about now the Devastator itself. Of course, Devastator is really good with Boba Fett, because deal 5 indirect damage just in face if you wanted to, or you can just defeat a Sentinel or something like that. You get to decide. And but we have more things here. We have triple deck raid, so we can play Devastator for 6, right? Because in the turn 5 with 6 resources, we can use triple deck raid. Now Devastator costs 5 less. just 3 resources. We already used 3. Now we still have 3 ready, so we play it. So yeah, Devastator for 6 with triple Dark Raid. We search the top 7 cards. We don't even need to have Devastator in hand, which is good. And I think this could be really, really tough because Devastator comes ready, right? So it's like, okay, with 6 resources and the jungle fat we have now, we can do this for 8 damage, I think. Because yeah, we can use triple Dark Raid. We can play Ruthless Raider, 2 damage, attack 4. Yeah, it's just 6 damage actually, because the 2 damage when defeated is not triggers, right? Because the Ruthless go back to our hand. So now we can just play Devastator, 5 damage in base, because we can use the Boba Fett's trigger. Then attack with Devastator for 9, or even we can deploy the Boba Fett as upgrade in the Devastator to attack more. So this can be really, really tough to handle with. And I don't know, this looks really, really tough to handle. We have Ruthless Raid, of course, with triple Dark Raid to combo with Boba Fett, and we have the Fat Fire Spray that can combo with Boba Fett too, because when I played and one attack, deal 1 direct damage, but if we're playing with Boba Fett, we deal 2 indirect damage instead. So this is really, really good, right? So we can just play Devastator, and we already have a Fat Fire Spray. We just on attack, then okay, 2 indirect damage in your face, because now I get to decide. I will assign where the damage is going to, right? So this is it, guys. I think the meta is going to change a lot with this indirect damage. I think those spoilers is the cards that we need to know that, okay, indirect damage is something that came to stay, right? It's something that we need to handle. It's something that we need to think about when we create our decks on the next set. And I think we're going to have control decks with indirect damage. I think we're going to have red, green decks with resupply, with ramps to use Corona, then use the I don't remember the name, the Planetary Bombardment to 12 indirect damage in turn 4, maybe if you use the resupply or something like that. This is really, really awesome. I really want to play the next set. So let me think what you guys think about this indirect damage, about this spoilers. Comment down below, and thanks. See you in the next video.